Hello, this is Sun Tzu with Lead Magazine, and I'm here with Sebastian fucking Mad Debs and Henrik Admiral Bulldog Anberg from Team Alliance. You just suffered a pretty rough defeat at the hands of VP. VP's looking really good though, so how do you feel right now?
I don't know. I mean, obviously it's quite disappointing. We haven't, coming into this event, our latest match weren't the best either. So we didn't, we kind of try to perform as best as we could. I guess they were better. It's always disappointing to lose in such an event. I don't really want to, there's not too much to add on it.
There was one thing that sort of stood out for me. The silencer pick by them, they've started running it a bit more recently, and it seemed to do a lot of work against your specific lineup in Game 1. So what was the reasoning with sort of leaving it in the pool for Game 2 again? Did you consider taking it out, and what was the plan going into Game 2 to figure out that one?
We kind of tunnel visioned Tusk in Game 2 because it was a big factor. In Game 1, I think it was mostly the Tusk more than the silencer. Yeah. Then we kind of tunnel visioned the Tusk. It was a mistake. I just think we could have played around the silencer because we don't have. I think silencers counters Void or Enigma and stuff like this, but it does not counter them all. You know, it's like when you have this lineup that relies only on the chrono. Yeah. Then silencer is a big issue, but we don't rely on the chrono. You know, we can win the fight with a good RP or a good hole. So it makes it hard, right? They're not bad. They're gonna draft heroes that are good versus our lineups. So I mean, eventually we're gonna be like they have good heroes. But we probably should have banned the silencer instead of the Tusk last pick for sure. It was a drafting mistake, I think.
Yeah. There was no consideration of being like more aggressive against that, and like I feel like when Bulldog first came back into the lineup, you ran a bit more of aggressive tri lanes. It feels like that's been going away a bit. Is there some reasoning behind that, or what was going on there?
Well, the thing is, in that game, especially, we had Enigma, so that would not really happen. But no, I think it's very case dependent. I'm not sure how to answer because we're more comfortable running aggressive tri lanes because we were very confident in Bulldog's one-on-one skills. So it's like. So that's no, he's laughing at his own one-on-one skills, but I mean, I do meant it. But either way, I mean, so that's good. But I'm personally not the biggest fan of those aggressive tri lanes because I think they're a bit obvious, and it's quite easy to play around them. You know from the get-go that's what they're gonna do. So, but you can also know they will know. I mean, and then you get into those mind games. But either way, no, I think we weren't like we're not gonna do it, or you were just. Played what we thought was nice. We didn't really. We played with no limits. You know, we had we would play whatever worked.
Fair enough. You're laughing a bit at that 1v1 skills. You're not confident in your 1v1 skills, or are you still the same old Bulldog who basically crushed Zoe? I think with Lone Druid back in G1 or something like that. Do you still feel like that same dude who just wins lanes?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I feel confident. It would be bad not to. But there's been some time when I've died one-on-one, and then this guy keeps flaming me forever. And he never lets me forget about it. So, yeah, I mean, he makes me lose confidence. That's all I can say.
That's bullshit. That's not true. It's like we tease each other a lot. I like that guy a lot. And then I think, honestly, like, the thing is when you have really good laners, and it's not only about their one-on-one matchup. It's more like they're gonna have a lot of space because when you go aggressive, then what you like the biggest thing you're actually doing is you're locking down their supports. They're staying on their lane as well. So then you know that your solos, it's gonna be up. Like the game is up to them. They will do whatever they can do whatever they want on the map. You know, they can decide to keep on farming or pressure or something. And then this is when if you feel confident about your solos game sense, then going aggressive is also good. You know.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, we all know Bulldog just came back to play Furion. Was that also the reasoning why you were like trying out for Mal or Team Tinker, I recall back then, like months before the patch? I mean, when you hear stuff like that from Reddit and so forth, it has to be pretty annoying, right? Because you were trying to get back into the scene way before the patch.
Yeah, of course. I mean, me coming back had nothing to do with the patch. I didn't even know what the patch was going to be. I just felt that I don't want to leave competitive forever. It's something I missed, so I had to come back. And I mean, it was kind of fortunate that Lone Druid and Furion got buffed, but Lone Druid didn't work out so well, and Furion, well, they just keep banning it. And I mean, that's fine because it gives you a drafting advantage, but we can't really use it well enough, so it kind of fucks with us.
Yeah, it is like, as a drafter, it's actually a dream to have this respect ban that they waste every game. As you said, we're not using it yet because then you actually have to figure out which, like, what did they let and what are you gonna win with? Because, well, they were like, yeah, they wasted ban on profit, but so what? Right now we're a bit in that spot, but it is actually super nice to have this.
Yeah. Also, sort of like, you took that long break, and I felt like it probably had something to do with how, like, Alliance worked so hard running up to TI3, and then you sort of never got a chance to wind down from TI3 to TI4. You sort of, I heard some rumblings that the team was really tired after TI3, but you never got that break. How was it like playing with that fatigue that whole year, and was that a big factor in you deciding to take a competitive break?
Well, I mean, the way it is you don't really get breaks as a Dota player. Like, it's year round, you just play, and like, you wish you could have a break, but you can't really. And after TI3, you know, it still went pretty well, but I mean, obviously we're not dominating anymore, and just gradually going slightly worse and worse and worse to a point where I really had no motivation left. I needed to take a break, and if I remained in the team, I would just be negative to the team because I couldn't give it my all, and so I needed a break. So that's how it was.
Yeah. I think that'll pretty much wrap it up for us. This has been Leap Magazine. If you like what we've been doing here at the event, check us out, www.leapmag.com.
Like what you see? Why not subscribe to the magazine at leapmag.com?